Representative Lavielle.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Happy birthday to you. And Representative Camillo, very good to see you. And I would like to address your testimony on House Bill 5773 with the rail fares. You mentioned the petition that we circulated last year on Metro North trains in the morning and all the signatures, and I know that you participated very prominently in that. Do you recall whether the commuters who have ended up with a large increase, whether they got any service improvements related to that increase, or whether there were any raises in operating costs that were associated with those increases?
Thank you. Thank you for that question, Representative. No, I have not heard that at all. I know that the complaints have come down from a few years ago when they were at an all-time high, but no, nothing. In fact, the opposite, that they're paying for something that, this did not go towards the new MA cars. This is for a budget shortfall.
Right, so it was essentially the same service for a higher price.
Yes.
Thank you. And in the same exercise as collecting the signatures for the petition, you were one of the signatories, one of the 18, I believe, signatories on a letter sent to Commissioner Rediker and leadership in the House proposing some revenue alternatives that would not have come out of the DOT budget. Am I right?
Yes. That is correct. Yes, and I will never forget that day spending several hours at Representative Bacino, and then ended up getting getting pickpocketed and losing my phone. First time ever. But so yeah, I'll always remember that day.
Well, thank you. And as I recall, and you'll help me with this if I'm wrong, while the commissioner responded explaining that the DOT had no further resources and that it was either a cut to service or a raise in fares, that we did not receive a response either from the Speaker or the Senate President. Am I correct?
I was not aware of one, no.
Okay. The problem was that they did not need to respond to us because they didn't have that cognizance over the DOT budget, whereas if we were going to have recourse to any of the solutions outside the DOT budget to actually respond to this distressing development for commuters, we would have had to go outside the DOT budget to the legislature to vote on a transfer of funds. Am I right?
You're absolutely correct. We did everything we could. We asked for a public hearing and was granted one. We gave signatures from our many petitions, and we couldn't stop it. So I mean, this would give if we were to pass this would give us our only way to stop, to at least debate and discuss it. Because maybe there is down the road there is going to be a time where it's called for, but certainly the last 5 or 6 years, one after another, it's backbreaking for them.
Well, I appreciate your candor in your testimony, Representative. I think that not only is it distressing when the fares keep going up and up for commuters, but and certainly it's a good thing for legislators to debate, discuss, and be accountable. But there's also the simple fact that if the DOT is controlling all decisions, the only money that's available for the DOT to work with is in its own budget. And if we are to look for alternatives that exist, which we did, we had a couple of tax exemptions we were proposing to eliminate. If there are other alternatives to be called into play, the legislature needs to look at appropriations and at existing taxes in order to do it. So I think there is a real concrete reason to reorganize who has the authority to actually vote on these fare increases. Thank you very much for your testimony, Representative.
Thank you, and I would agree.